What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Brawlic John with another episode of How to Play, and we got a fun one. For those who know me, you guys might know that I am a huge Palkia fan. I love Palkia, one of my favorite legendaries, restricteds, whatever you want to call them. Palkia and Lugia, my two favorite legendaries. I've loved them always. I was the kid that bought Silver. I was the kid that bought Pearl, Shining Pearl, Super Duper Chocolate Fudge Silver. Those two were just always my guys. And with the release of Legends Arceus, we got Origin Palkia. Now, this is a restricted that is very underexplored because it came out in a generation that did not have competitive. And by the time Generation 9 came, and now we have this great meta with Regulation G, there's so many other stronger, easier to use restricteds that Palkia Origin kind of fell by the wayside. But I wanted to build a team that supports Palkia. It's a very simple team. It's pretty meta, arguably. I have a few kind of spicy things in here, but it's very much just a balanced Palkia team that allows you to use the benefits of Palkia to your advantage to win the balanced mirror match, right? So what's the advantage of Palkia? Well, first we have to talk about typing. Dragon, Water. This thing is amazing into Urshifu, right? You can switch this into Rapid Strikes. It is taking minimal damage. And then you outspeed Urshifu and you pressure a one-hit knockout with Spatial Rend, which is a base 100 dragon move, has a high critical hit ratio. The only bad thing about Palkia is the Spatial Rend and most of its other moves have a chance to miss, but Spatial Rend is 95% accurate, so it's a pretty reliable move, and given the high crit chance, it's going to win you some games that maybe you shouldn't have won. So Palkia is a beast, right? The Origin mode is base 120 speed, which allows this thing to outspeed a lot of meta threats, right? Anything outside of like Kali Shadow and like Booster Flutter and things of that nature, Palkia is just able to outspeed, and what's good about that is it allows me to play Icy Wind on my Palkia. You'll notice this team has kind of two forms of speed control. The first is Palkia with Icy Wind. That's more for the balance matchup, right? If I'm going into a matchup and I'm thinking to myself, I want Palkia, Incin, Amoonguss, and Urshifu. Maybe I want to set up my Urshifu where it can outspeed the opponent's Urshifu, or it can outspeed something important that might have a higher base speed. So this is where Icy Wind comes in handy, right? Now we also have Torn, because sometimes with this team, you just want to go hyper offense. You want to set up the rain so that you're getting these really powerful Hydro Pumps. And yes, I know Hydro Pump is 80% accurate, but it's also 120 base power in rain. If that thing connects, it's picking up a knockout, right? Origin Palkia has a huge special attack base, so this thing hits like a truck. And most importantly, Palkia is bulky, right? This Pokemon has amazing natural bulk. It can live 2 Astral Barrages without terastallizing, which is really good. Now, what are some of the weaknesses of Palkia? Other dragons typically is what you're most afraid of, dragons and fairies. So Terra Steel on the Palkia allows you to cover for that really well. It synergizes well with the rain as well, because if you go Terra Steel, one of your new weaknesses is fire, but we have Rain Dance on Torn to mitigate damage from fire Pokemon. And then we also have Incin, which can be a swap into fire damage. Now, let's take a look at the rest of the team. You've already gotten my little description of Palkia and what makes it so strong. It's not that it's inherently busted, it's that it's just surprisingly good into a lot of the other Pokemon in the meta. So what we use to support it, Incineroar and Amoonguss. I'm not going to spend too much time on these guys. I will tell you, this is the Terra Dark Foul Play Amoonguss that's been running around. I featured this on my last video. The reason why this Amoonguss is gaining some steam is because it is very good into Kali Shadow. Whether you're open team sheet or closed team sheet, your opponent's going to see this Amoonguss and they're going to think twice about leading Kali Shadow, right? Because you're going to have to find some form of redirection, which most Kali Shadow teams are no longer running. Indeedee, so that will allow your Amoonguss to just get off a free Spore, or to get off a powerful foul play into the Kali Shadow. It's just a very, very strong support Pokemon. On this team, we opted for the Citrus Berry, so this thing can still live a really strong Surging Strikes and heal up, which is really, really important, right? It can take a bunch of Astral Barrages, it's immune to Expanding Force, it's just a very powerful Pokemon. Another underrated benefit of being Terra Dark on the Amoonguss is now we are immune to Taunt from opposing Tornadus, right? Which is really, really clutch in the Tornadus mirror match, or the Whimsicott mirror match as well. Amoonguss is a very good bring for that. So now we've spoken about Instant Amoonguss. The Instant has Safety Goggles so that you could win the Amoonguss mirror match. The Instant is Terra Ghost so that it does really, really well into the Zamazenta matchup. Also, Terra Ghost Incineroar is pretty decent into Koraidon, because Koraidon loves to Collision Course and Instant. So you could go Terra Ghost and you could get off a nice knockoff, a parting shot, whatever you need to do. Last but not least, we have our two offensive threats. We have Dark Urshifu, which is once again another strong option into Kali Shadow. You want to make sure you have enough Kali Shadow counters on your team, because that's the best Pokemon in the format, right? And if you want to have fun, you have to be able to beat it. And so Palkia Origin by himself can beat a lot of the other restricteds, but he needs his team to beat the Kali Shadow, right? So Urshifu here is really, really strong. Terra Steel with Iron Head, because a lot of Kali Shadows are Terra Fairy. When they see the Dark Urshifu, they love to just go Terra Fairy Draining Kiss. You could just cut that out immediately. Also, there's a lot of Terra Fairy in the format. Raging Bolt Terra Fairy, Flutter Mane. Iron Head just ends up being a really, really good utility move. A lot of people love U-Turn, and they feel like you can't play without U-Turn, but I do think that Iron Head is worth it on this particular team, because it patches up some of our weaknesses to Fairy. And last but not least, speaking of Fairy, we got Flutter Mane. This is a very straightforward Flutter Mane. Focus Sash, 252 speed, 252 special attack. This thing brings the damage. A lot of times you want to set up your win condition to just have Flutter Mane in the back win the game for you. It's good into sun, it's good in the rain, it's good for whatever I need it to be good for. So this is the team. It's really, really fun. I hope you guys try it out. The rental is in the upper right hand corner. As always, if you guys want the Pokepaste for this team, all you got to do is get me 10 comments. If I get 10 comments on this video, I will drop the Pokepaste. That way you guys can test these spreads on Showdown. But Palkia Origin, really strong, one of my favorite Pokemon. I'm really happy to test it and to bring it to YouTube, because not a lot of people are featuring this amazing, fun, restricted Pokemon. So let's get into these matchups. Enjoy the video, drop a like, a sub, a comment. Remember, I am a baby YouTuber. I'm this small, so every sub means the world to me. Tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. But for now, enjoy the video. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, alrighty, here we go, and we have some fun in the sun. We got Whimsicott and Groudon. Now, this is definitely pretty scary. They also have Walking Wake. The good thing is, like, Palkia is pretty okay here, all things considered, especially when you consider that I do have access to Rain. I think Ensign is really good for me as well. But how do I want to lead? Cause like if they need Chi-Yu Flutter, that could be like pretty annoying here. Cause I actually don't know if Ensign lives that double up. I mean, I guess he does, right? And Palkia would do well too. The problem is Terra Steel would be pretty bad. So in that case, I would just like Parting Shot, you know? Alright, I think Palkia Ensign is the play. I think I definitely want Torn in the back for late game Tailwind. The question is who's my last mon? I think it has to be Flutter. Just given the composition of his team, I think Flutter's the best thing here. But I feel like he's probably feeling pretty good about this because he has the Sun. He has two Pokemon that are super effective into Palkia Origin, which is not normally the case. Like, what makes Palkia Origin good is normally your opponent is only going to have one super effective mon into you. In this case, they have a couple. So it looks like they have Chi-Yu plus Whim, which is interesting, right? This could be like a Terra Ghost situation. I almost just want to protect and like just knock off the Chi-Yu, honestly. Because I could Parting Shot the Chi-Yu, like that's a good play, and then I bring in the Torn. The problem is Whimsicott has a chance to be able to just, like, taunt me, you know, which is really, really bad. So I almost just kind of want to straight up knock off the Chi-Yu, take off whatever item it has, and then next turn I could go for Parting Shot. So he protects the Whim. That's interesting. I guess he didn't want to get Flare Blitzed. But yeah, this looks like it could be pretty good for me. Because knockoff, I was thinking if he goes Terra Ghost. Oh, double protect. That's a little weird. That's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie here. So you know what I'm gonna do here? I want to take out the Whimsicott, actually. I'm gonna go Icy Wind. And I'm actually gonna Flare Blitz the Whims here. I should be Parting Shotting. I really should be. But I want to take out the Whims. Energy Ball. Oh, this is good for me. That's not... Oh, that did, like, way more than I thought it should. That did way more than I thought it should. What the... Oh, he's 252 Modest. Okay. Alright, because I was gonna say, what's going on here? Alright, so Chi-Yu gets a speed drop. Flare Blitz, my instant's actually faster than their Chi-Yu. Holy bulk. I think if he Dark Pulses my Palkia, I'm losing my Palkia, though, which might be really bad. So let's see what he goes for here. Yeah. The thing is... Okay, Palkia lives. Shout out to Palkia being clutch. Okay, so now we're in a really good spot, right? Because now we have our good friend Torn, you know? Okay, so they bring out Walking Wake. Also very scary here. So I'm going to go ahead and click Protect. And I am going to Parting Shot the Walking Wake here. Incin, is it worth Terra Ghost right now? Is it worth Terra Ghost? Is it worth Terra Ghost? Is it worth Terra Ghost? Or do I just sack the Incin, get the clean switch? Because Flutter is, like, really good, right? Alright, I'm gonna Parting Shot the Walking Wake. I'm not gonna Terra Ghost here. I think this is the play. Let's see what they go for here. This is a very interesting turn to me. Alright, so they Dragon Pulse my Incin, so good thing I didn't Terra. Parting Shot comes out. Now, who could the Chi-Yu possibly be targeting here? I feel like I just bring out the Flutter main, no? And I just, like, Moonblast one slot, Hydro Pump the other? Or do I bring out the Torn, Tailwind, and Rain Dance and all that good stuff? Heat Wave, Dark Pulse. He's Dark Pulsing the Palkia, probably. And then that forces him to choose one slot. He can't choose both. And then he'll have a Groudon in the back. Yeah, I think I go Flutter main here. I'm really hoping he didn't click Heat Wave. If he clicks Heat Wave, then that kind of sucks. Okay, he Dark Pulsed the Palkia. Alright, so we're in a pretty good spot here, I would argue. I know he has Protect. So the question is how exactly do I want to play this? I think I just want to Hydro Pump the Chi-Yu. We're going to have to hit a Hydro Pump here. And I think I am going to go for the Terra Fairy Moonblast into the guy here. I think that's my play. Because I outspeed on both slots, right? At least I'm pretty sure Palkia outspeeds. Maybe Palkia doesn't outspeed here. But I'm expecting him to Terrasilize, right? Because if not, you might just lose your Walking Wake to my Flutter Butter over here. Okay, so now are you Terra Fire? If you're Terra Fire, that's the worst case scenario, right? But hopefully you're Terra Water, Terra Fairy. Okay. I mean, I didn't Spatial Rend into that slot, so I guess that's okay. This is still a big Moonblast. Keep in mind, this is Chi-Yu boosted, right? Boom! Ooh, that almost takes him out. No! Palkia, stop missing! Ah! Okay, he goes for Hydro Steam. It doesn't do a lot. He goes for Heat Wave. Heat Wave miss who? Okay. Double miss? Oh, we're even! We are so even! Oh, we are so even. Okay, so now I Spatial Rend into this slot, and I Dazzling Gleam. Okay, we're so even. We're so even. We're so even. We're so even. Alright, Spatial Rend has to connect, though. I swear to God, Palkia, don't do it! Don't do it, Palkia! Alright, Dazzling Gleam is gonna go Monka Bananas. Alright, ooh, does this kill? I think it does. I think it does. I think it does. Yes! Let's go, Palkia. So good, baby. So good, so good, so good. Alright, so now they can bring out the sun, right? Oh, they didn't bring Groudon. What the? What the? Ooh. Huh. Okay. Okay, okay. I know what I have to do. I have to sack Palkia here. I'm gonna go Icy Wind. I'm gonna go Icy Wind and Protect. I gotta sack the Palkia. I have to sack the Palkia and then Tailwind and Dazzling Gleam. It's the only way. Why are you protecting, bro? Okay. I mean, at least he can't protect next turn. Wait, why'd he protect like that? That's so weird. Do I bring in Incin or Torn here? I think I bring in the Torn. Okay, so I should still win, but this is a bit scary. We go for the Tailwind. And then we go for the Gleam here. We go for the Gleam. Part of me wants to Shadow Ball that Flutter Mane, but I think Gleam is the correct play here. Alright, here we go. The battle was canceled. Nice! Alright, GG's. Shout out to my opponent. They played well, but Palkia with the win. Yeah. Alrighty, here we go. And we got a Cali Shadow Horse game. We got the horse. So how do we want to play this? So I feel like there's a couple of ways that I could play this if I'm being honest here. I almost like Urshifu plus Torn. It's gonna give me a lot of good stuff here. It gives me something to dodge Fake Out. Urshifu is really good into Cali. Urshifu is pretty much good into everything here, with the exception of maybe their own Urshifu, which you can then argue that my Torn is pretty good into. And ditto for Palkia, right? Assuming that's Water Urshifu, Palkia is actually really good into that. So I kind of want to just go Torn Shifu, right? Because I do have Terra Dark on my Torn if they lead Cali, and then I could just go for something simple like Tailwind, Terra Dark, and then just kind of hit the go button on Urshifu. I think I want Palkia in the back because Palkia can beat Water Shifu. It could be Incin. It could do pretty decent versus Rilla, pretty neutral. And then I feel like Amoonguss is the play here for some redirection. But I could be wrong on the Amoonguss bring. It could just be Incineroar instead. But given that they have Giraffe, I guess I don't really want to rely on Incineroar here. And they have Cali, so they're probably gonna like Terrasilize. Now, one thing to keep a note of is if they do indeed go Cali Shadow, are they going to Terra Fairy turn 1, right? So they brought out the Mienshao. They brought out the Cali Shadow. So that's pretty interesting here. So now we have some plays, right? I definitely want to go Terra Dark here. I definitely want to go Terra Dark. I think I want to set up the Tailwind here. So Terra Dark, set up the Tailwinds. Now the question is do I switch? I mean, I am AV. He's probably gonna fake me out, more than likely. I guess I could Wicked Blow this slot anyway. I mean, I assume this is just Fake Out Astral Barrage, right? But I think that's okay for me, right? I might even force a Terra turn 1. They might go Terra Fairy Draining Kiss or something like that. But if they go Terra Fairy Draining Kiss, then the Tailwind's gonna kind of catch them off guard. I'll get a little bit of chip damage here. It's definitely not ideal, but I think this is okay, right? I pretty much assume all Kali Shadows are Terra Fairy at this point. I just don't know if he's gonna commit the Terra, given that he has Fake Out pressure, right? So I feel like what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna take the Fake Out, set up the Tailwind, and he's just gonna hit me with an Astral Barrage, and I'm just gonna kind of deal with it, you know? Oh, he protects! That might not be the play. I don't think so. Oh, man. Here we go. Skadoosh! Yeah, that wasn't it. That definitely was not it. This is why you do not... Got him! Say hello to TikTok! Oh my god! Yeah, that's a GG's. Yeah. Alrighty, here we go, and looks like we got some weird stuff. However, we do have Palkia versus Dialga, a tale as old as time. How do we want to do this? So they do have Annihilate, which in closed team sheet, I absolutely positively just hate its guts. The worst. Because it could just be Final Gambit, and it could just straight up ruin, you know, any plans I had at anything. So how would we like to play? How would we like to play this here? I mean, I think leading Flutter is, like, decent. They got Giraffe here. Giraffe's got the Citrus. If I lead Palkia Flutter, how do they stop me from... I guess Final Gambit would be how they stop me, but Palkia probably has more health, or a decent amount of health. Could just lead Urshifu as well. That seems like it'd be pretty good. I'm just gonna go you two with Amoonguss and Palkia. This is gonna be a weird one. This is gonna be a weird one. It's gonna be a weird one. It's gonna be a weird one. It's gonna be a weird one. But I think I have plays. It's just tough because, like, I can't really deny this Trick Room. Well, I can, but the problem is they have two Trick Room setters, and the two Trick Room setters are wildly different. Yep, so there's Dialga for Farigiraf. So how do we want to play this? They probably want to go ahead and set up Trick Room, right? So the question is, I feel like I just let them, right? I just let them, and I bring in the Amoonguss, and I just go crazy. Who do I parting shot here? We can parting shot the Dialga. Parting shot Dialga. And then, do I want to use my Terra here? Do I want to use Terra? Do I want to use Terra? Do I want to save it for the end game? Ursaluna. I think I kind of do just want to Terra, do as much damage as I can. Moonblast the Giraffe seems like pretty good. Could Moonblast the Dialga. Could just Dazzling Gleam here. Let's get a Dazzling Gleam. This seems like a very middle of the ground play. But what I would like to do here is, since they don't have spread moves, I can just bring in the Amoonguss, and I can either Rage Powder, or I can just start sporing things, assuming they set up Trick Room. So I'm not too hard pressed by them not setting up Trick Room. Although, it looks like they are going to go for a Trick Room here. Alright, so Dazzling Gleam's going to come out. It's going to do some decent damage into the Dialga. I'm not expecting anything insane here. It's pretty good. It's about a 3-hit if I'm lucky. Incin gets the parting shot, so it'll lower his attack. He's going for Trick Room for sure. He's definitely going for Trick Room here. So since you're going for Trick Room, my play is just bring in Amoonguss, right? And now Amoonguss just kind of goes crazy. They could bring in their own Amoonguss, sure. If they brought their Amoonguss. But let's see. So now we know the Farigiraf can't protect, right? We know that. I think I'm down to let my Flutter go down to Sash if I have to. So I will go ahead and Spore the Giraffe, and I'm going to go for another Dazzling Gleam, I think, here, which should put Dialga in range of a Moonblast. Oh, this is just free. This is so free. Yep. Big Spore, big Spore, big Spore. Go to bed, Farigiraf. Lullaby and good night. Go to sleep, little giraffe. Go to bed, rest your head. Okay, so let's see how much this Dazzling Gleam does to the giraffe. Pretty good damage. I think that puts it in range of Moonblast. I'm gonna go ahead and Spore the Dialga, and I'm actually gonna Moonblast the giraffe here. I think that's range. Okay, so now we put Dialga to sleep. Everybody taking a nap! Alright, I need Giraffe to stay asleep this turn, though. Stay asleep. Yes! Sleepy boy! He's just a sleepy boy. Sleepy boy! He's not your boy toy. Sleepy boy! He's just a sleepy boy. Big whammage! Get the giraffe out of here, cuz! Alright. Now I have to start paying attention to how many Trick Room turns we have left. Dialga has taken its 1 turn of guaranteed sleep. Here's the Ursaluna. We're definitely sporing the Ursaluna slot. 2 turns of Trick Room, right? So we spore the Ursaluna slot every day of the week, twice on Sundays. And then we go for a little Razzle-Dazzle action, right? We just go for the Razzle. Yeah, we just go for the Razzle here. Alright, Ursaluna protects. The thing is Dialga's gonna stay asleep because I'm a beast. Okay? That's okay. Stay asleep. Yeet. I could have Moonblasted. That would have been pretty good play, but... No! Okay, don't do it. Alright, we eat these. Amoonguss, eat it? Oh, man. Why'd you get the special defense drop? Come on, man. Okay. So this is the last turn of Trick Room, right? So I'm going to Spore the Ursaluna, and I'm just going to Dazzle again. We just Dazzle again. We just stay Razzling, and we stay Dazzling. I don't see the downside. Okay, is this a Moonguss? If this is a Moonguss, the game is not over. Epitaph? I don't even know who that is. Ooh, Annihilate. Huh. I mean, Annihilate does take a Dazzling Gleam here. Raw. A raw Gleam. Alright, Dialga, what you going for? Flash Cannon? Dragon Pulse? Amoonguss, you got me? Oh my god, why is this Pokemon so broken? Holy Amoonguss, dude. This Pokemon's not okay. This Pokemon is not legal in 5 states. Oh, the Dialga lived. That's so good. Are you weakness policy or is that leftovers? Leftovers. Okay. The dimensions have returned thus to normal. Okay, this is fine. Now we swap in our good friend Palkia, we get the Regenerator, and we press Dazzling Gleam again. We can't lose! We've got the Sash. Even if he protects Dialga and one-shots my Flutter, we got Sash. We can't lose. We can't lose, gamers! Palkia! It's time to show Dialga who's boss! Yeah, I knew you would do that. Fool! Omae wa moe shindiru. Nani? Alright, so they're saving their Terra for Ursaluna here. But Ursaluna can't do it alone. It needs help. The Ursaluna needs help, guys. But it doesn't have it. It doesn't have it. Alright, here we go. Alright, now we got Big Palkia Horsey. Did they Terra? Did they Terra their Giraffe? I kind of forgot if they Terra their Giraffe. I should click Hydro Pump, but I'm gonna click Dragon Pulse, I think. I mean, not Dragon Pulse, Spatial Rend. Pretty sure we go Spatial Rend here. Alright, here's the Ursaluna. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is GG's, right? I just don't see a way around it for them. Spatial Rend into Ursaluna and Dazzling Gleam. Yep, and the battle was cancelled. Palkia better than Dialga. I just whooped on Gunta. GG, shout out to my opponent. Yeah. Alrighty, here we go. And this is like very obviously a Sun and Rain team. Hashtag weird. How do I want to play this? This is like uniquely equipped to bother me and to like piss me off kinda. Because what am I supposed to do here? Like, I can lead Torn, but they do have access to Whimsicott, which means late game Torn might have to be the play here. I would like to lead Palkia Incin, but they have 1, 2, 3... They have 4 Mons that are super effective into Incineroar here. Although Terra Ghost Incin, honestly, like legit honestly, might be really good this game. So maybe I do bring the Incin for what it offers me, and then I could go for some Terra Ghost shenanigans. Maybe like Icy Wind, Flare Blitz, take out the Whims while I go Terra Ghost. That could be really, really good. It also could be sus, right? Like I could just bring Amoonguss instead here, but I'm not sure that's the better play. I'm gonna go for this, I'm gonna go for Torn, and I'm gonna bring Flutter here just because he has 2 Pokemon that are really, really weak to Fairy. And if he does set up Sun, having Flutter could be really, really important for me. This is gonna be a very strange game, right? Like, why do you have a Whimsicott and a Water Pond? And like what's going on here? So this is very much gonna be one of those best of 1 games where I kind of just gotta hope for the best here, but we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I mean, Palkia Origin feels like it's okay here. I'm just worried about losing the speed control battle. So they lead Walking Wake plus Miraidon, which is interesting here. Okay, so Photosynthesis is going to raise the special attack of that thing. So here's the thing, right? I think I have to Terra Steel here to live this turn, and I gotta Spatial Rend this guy. I think I have to. And then I'm gonna fake out the Koraidon here. I think I lose my Incin on turn 1, but then that's gonna let me bring Tornadus and apply like a lot of pressure here, right? Yeah, this is very not ideal. I essentially want to lose my Incin. If I don't lose my Incin, then next turn I will force myself to lose it by clicking Protect on my Palkia. The idea here is I just want to live a Dragon move from the Walking Wake. Hopefully if I could get a Revenge crit, that would be sick. Koraidon goes for Protect. I mean, well played, well played, well played. I still always fake out that slot because I have to fake out that slot. I have to. But let's see what they go for here. Draco Meteor, okay. Still does a lot of damage here, but how much does my move do? If I could get a crit and a knockout here, that'd be pretty huge. Nice. Let's go, Palkia. Alright, so that's a turn 1 knockout. We do love to see that. We absolutely adore to see that, actually. Alright, now who do you bring out here? They bring out Ogerpon the Reliable. Okay. So, this is so fucked. Alright, so I'm going to protect the Palkia here. And I am going to go for Parting Shot into the Ogerpon here. Which I think is the play. He's probably just going to knock me out, to be honest here, but that's okay. Yeah, I have to. Oh, that's so bad. Hopefully he just kills my Incin. Oh, come on, man. I need to get Tornadus in here. This is wild sauce. This is so wild. Who's faster between Koraidon and Palkia here? Do I sack the Palkia and just play towards a Flutter Mane endgame? No, I think I make a bold prediction here. I swap Palkia into Flutter Mane, and then I am just going to literally, I'm gonna Flare Blitz in Sun the Ogerpon, I think. Low key. Low key, low key, low key, low key, low key. I think that's the play. I think that's the play. I think we gotta play here. Because if you Ivy Cudgel, the sun is up. I'm kind of just chilling, right? So he wants the Collision Course here. I'll be so mad if he Flare Blitzes. Oh, I'd be so pissed if he Flare Blitzes. Oh my god. He goes for Follow Me. That's fine. I was targeting that slot anyway. Collision Course. Oh no! He got the instant! No! Okay. Good play. So here's the thing now. You kinda got a Terror, right? Do I just go... I set up the rain. The thing about setting up the rain is it helps the Ogerpon here. Do I just Dazzle plus... I almost want to double the Ogerpon. And just do this. Okay. Yeah? Okay, I need to hit a Bleak Wind. If I hit Bleak Wind, we win. Come on, baby. Moonblast. Okay, Bleak Wind. Bleak Wind. Bleak Wind. Yep, into Protect. Come on, don't miss, Torn. Don't miss, Torn. Don't miss, Torn. Let's go! Got him! Rend your soul, baby. Deliver your soul to me. Okay. Now, who's the last? Because we can still lose. Koraidon Big Busted. Is that Flutter Butter? Oh, frick. Oh, fuck. Alright. So, here's what we do. We protect the Flutter Butter here, and we do go for Rain Dance. Protect Flutter Butter, Rain... Oh, he just gives up! Yes! He didn't have nothing for me! Alright, GG. Shout out to my opponent. Yeah. Alrighty, gamers. Those games were pretty insane. Shout out to Palkia Origin. Shout out to Amoonguss, right? Amoonguss just absolutely amazing. Probably... I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have Amoonguss on almost every single team I build. I think Amoonguss might be the best Pokemon in the format. But... we'll leave that discussion for another day. But thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, drop a like, a comment, a sub. It all means the world to me. Follow me on TikTok, Brawlic John. Follow me on Twitch, Brawlic John. All my socials are Brawlic John. Follow me on Twitter. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rental. Yeah.